Alright, good morning everyone, and this is the third video in our series. So we started with the first video by identifying our weekly zones and our daily zones. Then we started the second video by identifying our weekly trend lines and our daily trend lines. So now on the third video, what we're going to be doing is identifying our trend origin. So what is trend origin? Trend origin, as the name is quite direct. Trend origin of trend. Trend origin represents the beginning of the trend. But to put a little bit more detail into it, trend origin represents the points in which price changed from a bullish trend into a bearish trend, or from a bearish trend into a bullish trend, because I'm assuming you already know that there are only two kinds of trends. I'm still looking for the trend origin. Price has been in an upward trend for an exceptionally long time. Let's just zoom out. Price has been in an uptrend for a while, but even though price has been in an uptrend for a while, it doesn't mean that the uptrend has not ended and started again. For example, we can see that it's a strong bullish movement like this, but then this correction now will kill it, and then there was a range from here to here. Price ranged before price started this new bullish move. So what does that tell me? What does that tell me? It tells me that this is where we have our trend origin, because this is the point at which price switched from this. Whether you call it bearish move or whether you call it a ranging market, if this blue box represents the end of that, let me make it red. So this red box represents the end of that, and that makes it our trend origin. So now let's zoom in. Now that we've identified our trend origin, the next thing for us to do is to identify our market structure. Let's add text. Trend origin. Okay, so now the next thing for us to do is to identify our market structure. So what do we see? What do we have for market structure? We have an impulsive move here, correctional here, an impulsive here, a correctional here, an impulsive here. This is an impulsive, a correctional, an impulsive, a correctional. We have an impulsive all the way. We have an impulsive all the way here, followed by a correction. So this means that we should be expecting a new impulsive move to have just begun. It's a bit of a stretch for me to include these points actually. These points can actually be considered part of the impulsive move. It's a bit of a stretch for me to want to include them. So now let's draw it after all the daily time frame. Okay, so we have impulsive move here. We have a correctional move here. Sorry, swing high and swing low. So that's our higher high, followed by our higher low. This is our higher high. This is our higher high, followed by a higher low. This is our most recent higher high, which has just been cleared, and then this is our most recent higher low, which has just been confirmed. So with that, we can now delete this. Let's return the price of normal. Alright, so that's it for this. We've identified our trend origin as well as our market structure. The next thing we're going to do is to do some real price study so we know how to take a trade, how best to take a trade on this.